Hi everyone, thank you for the hackathon. It's an awesome event, and we are Ananas, me, Jan, Honza, and David over there. And what we were doing was basically we tried to use neural architecture search. So what is it? Machine learning engineers usually design neural networks to predict some objects and generate text and so on. And they do it manually by creating different operations and so on, reading papers, and then doing the research again, creating the neural network again. And you can do it in an automated way, where you can do several nested for loops, where you put operations together, and it will create the final neural network, train it, and so on. So we try to use LLM and E2B together to create a neural network. So basically, we have a program that by LLM we use Claude, generated neural network in PyTorch. There you can see the generated networks. It's a very simple problem for one-day hackathon. And this is the neural network number 1. This is the neural network number 2, and this is the neural network number 3. You can see here the execution run. Basically, we created a custom Docker that it has PyTorch in it. Sorry for the huge size. And it runs the code and validates that the code is running, that there is no error. Once the code is validated, the network is stored, and every network is then trained. And here you see the training. Sorry?
Time is up.
Oh, time is up.
Okay,
Sorry.
space for questions. Thank you very much. Okay, Mitch?
Yes.
Yeah, so my question is, how is like the performance when you train a network, because you don't have like a GPU, and what type of network is it, what task?
Yeah, so basically, we observed that we can use E2B with on a CPU. So we did the validation part on E2B. So we generated the PyTorch code. We validated the code on the E2B instance with CPU, and then we saved the code and we trained it on the local machine. Then we used the trained logs and the architecture with the specified problem, and used another LM call that compared the neural networks and accuracy and so on to pick the best neural network.
More questions?
I understand if you are training neural networks, you got to do like a lot of hyperparameter optimization, and this feels like a great way how to actually handle it. I understand you don't run the GPU inside a sandbox, but you mainly focus on the validation part and picking the right hyperparameters.
Yes.
Right now you are just trying to... Can you not find better learning rates or something like that with the charts and with the E2B sandbox?
Yes, you can definitely. I think you can definitely do that. Extend this to use also a deep search, where you can use for generating new inputs for the LLM to generate better architectures from the latest papers and so on. You can. We restricted a lot because we wanted to be useful right away, but you can definitely try different parameters.
If I understand correctly, this is the approach in the future with such a project, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, thumbs up. Anna. Is there D2MA present? Okay, thank you. And Team Hyena, Vienna is after that, so just prepare.
We are
E2MA, check out our GitHub flow. I have the following commercial message. If this ever happens, hey Shimon, I'm really looking forward to our new project together in new industry I don't understand. But then I get hit with new CSVs, databases, and unstructured PDFs. No, Shimon, it's too much. No. My head is going ow. Well, worry no more. That's why we created Deep Data Mess Analyzer, D2M, with completely original branding, not inspired by E2B. And here shall be the demo. You take all the data that you receive, you put it into one magical pot that is D2MA, and it analyzes it for you. So instead of taking hours, days, or even weeks to get your first sense of the data, you can do so immediately. And using our agentic AI, you get custom analysis out of the box. What files are related to what, and what you should do with it, including, occasionally, graphs. Let's see if that happens today. I'm really not nervous at all about this part of the demo. And while it's turning, I might also say that E2B is playing a pivotal role also because you might know that some file types are less safe than others. So the E2B sandboxing is allowing us to run these file types safely while we wait for the graphs to generate. This takes a longer time than we have allotted for the demo, but I'm still hoping that it will not fail. But anyway, sometimes it whoa!
Okay, any questions?
There was one, there's two.
Okay, so maybe.
What data was this actually used on, or what are the insights it can give? Or?
Okay, so the insights are different every time, so we have to pull it up. But the data set is real data set about EV charging in Prague. The first one is what is the electric vehicles in Prague? So you can see it's a it's a hockey stick. Like if you want to invest in some EVs, just go for it. Then you have the splits for like what are the charging station types. That's pretty cool. You have the charger locations. So if you can overlay that over the map of Prague, then you can find out where that is. That's cool. And you have the correlation of energy consumption and duration in minutes, which is weirdly low, but you know, what am I to say? Yeah, more questions.
One question.
Do you pass the dataset directly into LLM, and how does it work like when you have like large CSVs?
Yeah, maybe you can take this.
We don't pass the dataset to the LLM, we pass the description and the general statistics about the dataset, and we let the LLM come up with analytical code to run, and then we pass the CSV and our other data into the E2B sandbox.
Okay, I think time's up, right? So thank you very much.
That's cool. Thank you.
Okay, now Team Hyena is presenting next. Are you here?
I'm not here.
Oh, it's the
It will be a little bit difficult.
okay. And then Liptovsky Shuhei is the next one, so please get ready. And I'm also asking judges to assign the points in the Excel, don't forget.
We will try. Okay, there's like a lot of things that can actually go wrong, so I will need like one person from the audience that will like show some tasks to do to the robot. So like, does anyone want to like hold the task for the robot, please? Okay, so. Woo! First, okay, so like, what's the idea of this robot? This is one. It's connected to GPT-4 Vision, so it actually sees when it finds a task. It will make a beep sound. It will create like E2B code, and the code will be executed in the sandbox, and the robot will tell you what's the solution. Okay, so please hold this. We need to make sure there's like 3 servers running that are communicating with everything. The robot is connected to this old laptop that's running Bluetooth. It cannot be unplugged because it will die. Okay, so.
It doesn't scale.
Hold the task like directly in front of the robot, like down, 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 so it can see it. Yes, like that. Okay, let's see if it sees it. If it sees the problem, it will make a beep sound and we'll try to solve it. So I'm starting the robot right now. is taking an image, and it's a problem. Okay, let's see.
That's Stephen Hawking.
Okay, so we can't really hear what the robot is saying, but it's saying the solution to the problem.
I hear it.
Next up. When it doesn't see a problem, there's like an LLM agent that I tried to code today. It was difficult in 5 hours, but the agent will now like look around for a problem and try to find one. Let's see what happens.
Can I give it a problem?
You can totally give it a problem. Now it will run. Okay, so who wants to give it a problem? Let's do that. I think that's a good idea. Do you have time? Okay, it looks like. Now it's saying that it sees furniture and stuff. Like if it doesn't see a problem, it will look for one. And until it's
Yours the problem. How does it detect the problem? Like solve something? Or?
It detects the problem using GPT-4o Vision Mini because I'm poor, so it would work better with GPT-4o without the Mini.
Questions? Questions?
Any questions? I'm sorry we can't do custom problems next time.
Adam?
Do you study at University of Waterloo?
No.
Yes, you are correct.
It's not a question, Adam.
I can ask you.
You hijacked.
Do we have any technical questions?
No, but like what's the infrastructure and how old are you? Are you looking for a job?
Yes. Okay. There's EV3 Brick, which is like 10 years old. It's running dual boot Linux. The Linux is running a Python server. The Python server receives commands from my PC. The robot is connected to the PC via Bluetooth. It's sharing the Wi-Fi to the robot. I'm SSH into the robot, so I can actually send the commands. Then there is my phone, because the Lego doesn't have a camera, so the phone is running another server. So it's like 4 servers, and that's not enough servers. We are also sending the
So we have local, cloud, on-prem, on-device.
Yeah, it was hard, like the server part I did at home because it took like 3 days.
Nice. Great job.
Thank you. So now team Litovsky, okay. And after that team MCP and E2B will get ready.
There's someone on the live stream giving us a math problem to give to the robot. It's on here, on YouTube.
Nice. How many people?
Like 2 people. There's 2 people watching. Yeah. This is amateur, you know. I mean, 2 people watching. Probably my mom and my dad. Hi, Mom. I mean, it's okay.
Ready?
So, hello everybody. We built this very quick demo. We built it me and David in my tech. And the goal was very simple. Today, as a programmer, LLMs can really accelerate how fast you develop code. But what if you want to scrape data from internet and use any data on internet, even if you are not a programmer at all? You don't know what's HTTP, you don't know anything. So we used a tool which uses, can you play the video please?
Right.
We used a tool which captures all the network traffic from your web browser, which is already built in every web browser. We then use LLMs to filter all the data because the data is very big. Now, when the data is filtered, we can take the filtered data, we can put it into another LLM, and the LLM tries to make a Python program in a loop, and it tries to make the Python program in a loop. Every time it executes into E2B runtime, and when it's ready, you have your final Python script, which you can use to scrape any data you want. And since we are from the Victor region, we use it to scrape potato data from retailers all over the world. And as a demo, we have scraped like few retailers, and it allowed us to create a graph of all the potato prices, which is very interesting to us. And the interesting part is that there is no human involvement in any functioning of the final Python program.
Question?
How long did it take for the, or how many iterations, or maybe how long in seconds or minutes did it take to produce the valid Python scraping program?
Good question. We use Gemini because Gemini is currently the best for very large contexts. We are talking like a million tokens. Some pages like Koshik, 1 shot, 2 seconds. Some like Foodora, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because it has to pass through all the, it has to find all the headers, all the correct parameters.
Oh, nice. But that's. And how does the prompt look like? You just tell it scrape this and this data.
No. It has to explain that you are not actually trying to scrape. You are actually trying to write a program, and if you fail, you will try again, and it tries to explain the whole loop. It's quite a complicated prompt.
It's basically this loop. It's learning by itself.
Mm-hmm.
We test it. When it fails, we regenerate it, and we test it in E2B.
Yeah, so it gets the output of the program.
It's pretty much something.
Okay, so we're going to my system, so we can start. I'm just curious who knows what MCPs are. If you can raise your hand. Okay. Wow. Great. And so you know that the user experience isn't very good right now. You have to run them locally, but they are really a practical thing. You can bring your data, for example, in your database or issues from your company's GitHub into the context of your LLM and then work with them easily. But as I said, the user experience is lacking. Right now you can only run them on your computer. So for example, only Cloud Desktop knows how to work with them. And what we did is that we brought them into the web or to the web. Then we run them in the E2B sandbox. So you can just use a web page that calls these things running online, and I have prepared a demo where we talk to a database. It's running in a super base, and I hope the gods of demons are with me because it only works like with 1 in 5 attempts. So let's ask about plans in our office, how many are alive. Oops, something went wrong, so I'll ask the same question as it there in the beginning. Yeah, so it did this one correctly. It called the MCP. You can see it also created the query for the database and written that there are 29 plans. So I'll just quickly list them. Oh, assertiveness works. Yeah. And that's it. You can also add other tools because what we did is really universal and it should be quite easy to make your own MCPs using just prompts, but we didn't get enough time to do that.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. Questions?
There is one.
So right now you are running the MCP server inside the sandbox or not?
Yeah. The server runs in the sandbox. There is also a proxy that just translates the communication.
So this is like a universal solution to actually running a lot of MCP servers inside E2B sandbox.
Yeah, because right now MCPs are mostly written in TypeScript and Python, and you support both, so most of them will work. Another question?
Have you tried running E2B MCP server?
Yes, we also got an idea. We got it really late, so maybe next time.
Okay. Thank you very much. And now we have team Standa Startup Analyst Team 1. And the next one will be Hierocrator. You have 2 minutes. Yes, if you want, but just let me share.
So imagine now for a few seconds that you're a junior analyst at some VC fund. You just joined the fund. What do you do most of the days? You're looking for some investment opportunities, right? So you're performing hundreds of hours of search on Google about the key people, about the business, about the market, and all the research takes a lot of time. So we created Standa that can do the research for you. Standa stands for Startup Analyst Team, and it can prepare for you a dashboard about the key metrics that you need to know. But not only that. On top of that, we created a chatbot where you can chat and get more info from the research that we prepared. And here, a quick demo.
Let's take a look at the product demo. Let's get some insights on a company maybe some of you heard about in the past called Anthropic. Let's see if I can type it first. Let's hit enter. Now, what is going on under the hood? We are using OpenAI's Agentic SDK to get 12 experts at different domains to get all the data we need about the company. So we're looking at the key investors, about the people in the team, about the market. And just a quick notice, this is a short version because the full research can take up to 9 minutes. So some data might not be correct here. But right now, we can go deeper. So you can ask in the chat here, what is the evaluation, for example. And you get the answer. Ask who were the key investors.
Could you pass him the mic, please?
And here's the answer. So, for more technical info, you can ask my colleague, which disappeared.
Thank you. Any questions? Your question?
Yes, what part of it runs in the E2B sandbox, or how do you use it for browser?
Well,
or
in the chat, if you ask any questions about calculation of anything, the agent can write some code and run it in the E2B sandbox to do the calculation, and then add it as a new component into the dashboard.
Okay. Can we see it?
Well, you can, but not here. But if anyone wants to see the whole research, I can show you the real depths of it.
This is the shortened version, so you have to come to another machine for that.
You have to buy the enterprise plan.
Where do you store the data for this? Is it just LLM providing?
No. Each of the agents has 2 primary functions. One of them is focused on just Google searching, and then scraping.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we have Hackathon, and after that the last one, MDR.
I think it's pronounced I think it's pronounced air locator, right?
It's not about hair.
It's air. It's heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Ready? Get it?
Hello? Have you ever received one of those emails that says that you have an unclaimed inheritance?
No.
But this time, it's for real. My name is Jan. I'm a lost property researcher. We rescue about 50 million crowns in lost property. And this is the map of the Czech Republic where are 100,000 of lost parcels. These parcels will be, in 10 years, expropriated by the state. How does it look like when someone like me do the work? You basically have this parcel that is owned by Rosenbaum Petrushka. I go to Google, you know the Google. I input the name, I input the place, and trying to find any entries. This time I found the entry. This entry is about her dying in the Holocaust, unfortunately, but there are still some names of her family that I can use, and I will be likely to find the family. But imagine that doing 100 times. Pavel, can we do something about it?
Yes, we can. Unfortunately, even our code was affected by JavaScript. So we have some JavaScript code sending code to E2B, which is thankfully, thank God. And the code in the Python is doing the hard work. It's prioritizing search for names which are unique. You don't want to search for example, Jan Novas. You want to search for very, very unique names, and you want to search for very valuable properties in the middle of cities and so on. And the output of the E2B and our agent, which basically does the Google search, and it's this. It's basically a report for analysts like Jan, where you can see the report, how confident we are. We found the information which is the owner of the property, and more information about, for example, her fate in the concentration camp, and more information you could use for to find her relatives which could claim the property.
So thanks to our agent, hundreds of more families might found our email in their hopefully not spam box.
And it really works. As you could see, we have like many already found matches that we can contact right now and help them.
Questions?
Why do you have your code base in Czech?
It's not Czech.
No, like the variables were in Czech. It was fun.
It's JavaScript.
No. Code names from the data. That's the reasons.
But you're so triggered by it.
Other questions? Anyone?
So which part did you end up running in E2B?
It's the ordering, the processing of the CSV data. It's a very large file. There are many thousand files, and basically we do the prioritization or the ordering. We search for the unique names and valuable properties in E2B.
Did you use the full 1 gigabyte of space on the?
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
We did.
We did.
Okay.
Did you?
First time, 800 megs. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. And okay, that was here locator, and the last one is MDR. And I want to remind the judges to look at the Excel sheet and then like quickly assign the points to the teams. Like don't forget, we have last team, so after that we have like 5 minutes to decide. Okay, so
should I hold on? Should I hold on?
Yeah.
I have here. It's just some reference.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, let's see if I can present now. Yes. Right. Okay, so hello everyone. A lot of good demos here. We're here from the Learning Company, and we're here to show you the AI learning platform of the future. So imagine that you want to learn about a certain topic. Let's say
you're a very curious mind, so let's say you're curious about physics. So let's choose that. Today it would be great to ask you about how you want to learn. Maybe what's proficiency level you have, and if you're a visual learner, or maybe you prefer games to learn. So let's say I'm a beginner and that I like visual learning, and I prefer short lessons. So I'll just select it here, and this platform will basically generate a actually one more question, like what do I like during our learning? Maybe I like dogs. Let's say I like dogs. So our product will generate a personalized learning roadmap for you, given your preferences. So we'll just give it a minute, and we've got some fundamentals of physics, a bit the beginner's journey, and okay, let's see what we have here. What is physics? Of course, scientific method, types of forces. Yeah, these are lessons are grouped into modules. And I can click on one, let's say sound waves. That sounds interesting. And now here we're in the learning platform itself. And I can basically, because as I'm a visual learner, I would like to have an interactive exercise for me to explain the topic at hand. So I'll click this generate lesson, which will start generating a little interactive app for me. In the meantime, I can, maybe discuss the topic at hand. Maybe, what are sound waves? We answer something about sound waves. Yeah, I seem to be asking about sound waves. Great content there. Then I can jump into the interactive demo as well. Will we give it time to load? This is where the E2B part comes in. All right, here we go. Fully interactive, beautiful explanation of sound waves. Yeah, this was us. Thank you.
Any questions for the team? No questions? Judges, you should ask questions. Okay. Yeah.
Do you do any validation of the generated code?
Well, a little bit, I guess. We're trying to get some structured outputs, but we're not really validating.
Is even the roadmap generated on the fly, or?
Yes, everything is generated on the fly. Any more questions? No?
Did you try like 3D visualization?
3D visualization, no. But maybe if you ask there in the topics, it might. Yeah, if it generated a roadmap with 3D stuff, it might. I guess E2B would do fine with rendering 3D.
With 3D, yeah, with 3JS.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. Now judges will take a few minutes to finalize the decisions, and we will say who is the top 3 teams, which will give like Alza vouchers and E2B credits as the prizes. So just like 5 minutes should be enough.
What?
So, yes, Adam wants to say something.
Guys, everyone who created something here, I think this is really important for you to tweet about it and tell it to the world, because here actually you made really amazing things, and people in SF, they yap and they post about it. Here, there's a lot of cool stuff and you should post about it. I think ask Vasek and he's down to like retweet you guys who are doing really cool things, and this is really amazing from them because they have some power on Twitter and you can really leverage it for yourself and your brand. So please do it. Learn to yap.
Hashtag you can use E2B probably, or E2B Hackathon.
Just like tag us,
Just tag E2B on Twitter, LinkedIn, or we'll find you.
Hey James. Yeah. Joe. So there's gonna be a really tough decision. I was just
judges, you can come here to like discuss together.
Like, do we want something there cool somewhere? There's actually one thing I there.
Okay, judges.
Can we talk? Can we like work? Okay, but let's turn them off. Is here the stand down?
Standard team.
Okay, but we can also just go through the demos.
Yeah.
So we just
Okay, guys. Jak je to s tím, co jste nastavili? Funguje to nebo nefunguje to? Jakoby, co se s tím kódem a jakoby to demo je stemokované nebo není? Let's show me the code. Takže já bych to tolik nehrotil. James tady hrotí. James is really trying to like products that could win or be among like top 3 gotta work from
What are you
but you are doing it. I don't give a shit about the code.
Bude být hodně technické.
Yeah, I don't
Co dávají ostatní? Já nevím. Jo. Ale otázka. Jako chceme hodnotit i ty užitečný určitě, že jako nemusí to být jenom wow efekt. Je takhle jako subjektivní. Jo, co musíš si ho stáhnout, takže mě už se tam, nebo nevím, jestli máš stažený, ale mi to vyhlá.
I don't know how to solve either, honestly. It's easier than when you're looking at this laptop.
So, guys, do you want to sit somewhere?
Yeah.
And how much time you need?
How much?
How much time you need? Perfect.
Guys, let's go. What do you want?
Jo, jakože nemusíš vůbec.
Ale jakože tohle honestly asi
Fakt? Fakt jo, je lepší než to.
ty podobně neděláte.
Jo, jo. To je ta duše toho prostě prostoru je ta duše.
Aby to vlastně...
Karta? Máte? Jo. Všechno, prostě nic nemůžeš jako vlastně nějak všechno je o tom.
Já si myslím, že
Jo, ale ten space je tady tak jo, to bylo proto, že tam byl jako to jo, ale ten myslím, že mám to ještě předtím se mám než to vyhlásím, že mám se lidi rozutečit. Že bych první pojím, že právě to, co říkáš, jak můžu do hackathonu až hajruje, a pak vyhlásit.
Is here standard? Is here the...
Já bych udělal pořád.
Jo, co natáčí? Jo. Jo, okay. Jo, dobře. Musíme to pak mega prodat všude. Tak jako neposílali lidi na to a neposílali. Jo. Jako to Yeah.
Then these three.
Yeah,
for Sandra and
yes. Okay, people, we are ready. We are ready to announce the winners. Please pay attention now. Can you hear me? Okay. Hey, thanks for waiting. The judges again had like very difficult decision. There were some like arguments. It was very heated discussion. It was again very difficult because you are too good. And one thing we agreed on is that people are like really great here, but have difficulty to like sell the product, but are like really great. So thanks for that again. Before we announce the top 3 teams, I wanted to give special shout out to one submission that was like really impressive in some like different ways. So we want to give like special prize after the hackathon, and that was Hyena. So thanks. surprise after for you, but like, thanks again. And now we announce the top 3. So I will ask the judges to give also some more reasoning. I know it's always subjective in the end, but they have like interesting reasoning.
So the third place is for somebody who created something. I think it's going to be truly useful in the future. They nailed the UX of the product, but actually the execution of the code and there was some misalignment. So that's the reason for myself personally putting them on the third place. But it actually used really good technology, but the pitches are not that great, so we are not scoring the pitches. We all need to learn how to pitch products. So yes, third place.
So third place is Standard. Okay.
What?
The reasoning behind the second place. Okay, but she will comment some reasoning.
Okay, so thank you again for all the subscriptions. It was great. This second place, I was very loved to make them there because I believe this is a project that, from my perspective as someone who's like in the PC space, something very unique here that's got a clear potential, very not obvious idea that even though it like right now kind of or don't need to be like really big, can have potential like to really influence a lot of people. The use case is super clear and we can like straight from the very beginning like put into production and do some value, add some value to the world. And yeah, so I think this is a project that really stand out when it comes to the idea generation.
Okay. Thank you, Maciek. And the second place is Hair Locator.
I think it's pronounced air locator.
You can do also air locator.
Okay, so air locator. Okay, and now the winner.
Oh yeah. So the winner for me is a clear use case for this technology, and actually when you follow the space of AI, this trend is really heavy. It's really hard to actually implement it because there's not many resources on the internet, and AI doesn't want you to help with that because it doesn't have the knowledge about that. And I think this is something what E2B is gonna have to implement in the future. And that's the reason for them to get the first place.
Thank you, and it's MCP at E2B.
It was a big
speech.
sorry to steal the microphone. It was a big surprise, and all of us really enjoyed the hackathon and the atmosphere here. So thanks again for selecting us, and we promise you that we'll continue on that project. That
I hope you can open source it. Open source and tweet about it.
Tweet about it. X about it with beer. About that.
About what? Tweeting or open sourcing?
We'll do it. Okay, thank you.
merch, stickers. Yeah, and again, I want to thank you. I think this is just the beginning for us because we are opening Czech office. I mentioned it in the morning, but E2B is now like in San Francisco and Czech Republic, and we are also hiring here infra engineers and AI engineers. So you can chat with Vašek, our CEO, or the E2B team if you are interested. So yeah, I wanted to mention that. And yeah, we are on Twitter, we are on LinkedIn, so you can tag us, you can text us anytime, and we will be doing some more events in Prague, hopefully, because I think this has been really great. I will also send the email with all the info after the event. And again, I want to thank my colleagues for organizing, and hopefully, yeah, we will do another event soon. And also thanks to Rohit again, because your amazing support and this venue is really great.
Yeah, guys, thanks for coming. Tom Chipper can't be here today, but he says hi to everyone, and we are really glad to have you here, and hopefully you enjoy it, and see you soon, as Teresa said, because we will be definitely organizing another one. So thank you guys.
And now we have, like, after this you can like chill here and so, like get more food and drinks, but now we have our friends from Langtail, Peter and his team. They have some surprise lunch that they wanted to show today. So
I'm on this into presentation. So who knows tools such as or movable? Okay. We actually created the similar one but from Czech Republic and using great Czech ingredients such as E2B, and we are working on this for about 3 weeks, and today we are actually launching it for the first time. So I want to just show it. So the first thing, most important, how to pronounce it in Czech is Snemakali, like to work. Let's move on. So Makali is actually AI agent turning words into code, and yeah, it's basically in a vibe coding space. So you wish that it will eventually be something useful and good. And yeah, as I said, our competitors are well known, and we actually love Bolt. We started using it in October last year, and for some reason they are not shipping useful stuff. For example, you still cannot integrate with GitHub. So we decided to not wait for those features, but to actually have alternatives. So that's why we release Macaulay. And what's different? We have the GitHub integration. So it actually works with existing stuff, not just new stuff, but you can actually import existing project. It's also working as ambient agent. So you can mention it, for example, in a GitHub issue, and it will proactively try to do some stuff and send a pull request. And it has up-to-date information about like frameworks and libraries, which is nice. And the good thing is that if you something screw up, you can always revert it back. So there was some like a drama over the Twitter, so this is fixed. And we think what is really interesting to actually use voice mode to like not even type what you want, but you can even say it, and the agent will write it better than you would type it. So this is how it looks like, and it's also work on the phone. And yeah, this is actually like how it could be used if you have a website and there is a missing image. You can, for example, create an issue in GitHub, mention Macaulay, and it will send the pull request like this. And we are actually dogfooding Langtail, which is really nice. You can try different prompts or different providers, so that's super useful. Looks like this. Yeah, and the vibe coding is interesting space. It's something in between no code and bro code. It has some like from both of those things,
And yeah, as I said, we are launching today. So what we actually did over this hackathon was like we finished the website, we set up the Stripe, and we added some new support for images. And yeah, we have simple pricing, just $10, and it's actually not recurring. It's just one-time payment, and you will get 50 messages. And we have a special E2B hackathon promo code with 50% discount. And actually, this whole presentation was generated in Macaulay. So it looks like this. I just typed what I want, and it just created all the slides. It's even deployed as a website. So yeah, that's actually all from me. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so now it's all for the presentations, and you are free to hang out here until 11. So yeah.
Why 6?
Yeah, so you can stay around and chat with us. But thanks again.
Good job. Thanks for coming. Was that another email?
That's the thing
This is the thing is, you can show us now, but within each team, there's certain people that are better at different things. So if you
I guess I'm just sure like if it's like a known issue or if it's like
the problem is that Docker within E2B is not very like it works, but we don't like do that regularly. So it's most likely that we tried, just never tried it. So it's probably not a known limitation, except for except to maybe 2 people on the team, or 3 people on the team. Yeah. So the best. Then this is a good study for basically, I think Rushing would know, but if we post it on the Slack, if you send to me the exact, if I just write it down like 2 sentences, I can put it on the Slack. Probably my good answer within 24 hours. It's probably the best. It's just the exact or you can add more.
No, so I live in London I like have a hackathon.
Basically, it's not a common thing for us. Like I didn't even know that we did Docker. But I guess it makes sense. It's kind of like you want to have a database.
Yeah, it's kind of like easy for them, right? Because it's just like some like Node.js and stuff, and like but like if you want to like make like a backend development board,